This is Mark Bell from supertraining.tv. Super Training Gym, the strongest gym in the West. We have a grip tip for you today for muscle and fitness. This tip here is simply just utilizing a fat bar and doing some double overhand deadlifts. If you don't have a fat bar in your gym, no reason to fear, no reason to panic. Just doing a double overhand regular deadlift will increase the difficulty as well, and it will also work your grip. Also, what you're going to notice is we have our hips high and we're intentionally rounding the back over. That'll also place the load into the fingertips and build up the forearms and build up your grip tremendously. So if you don't have a fat bar, you don't necessarily need one. You can look into getting fat grips. You can do a Google search for them or look them up on bodybuilding.com. They may have them. But basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to round the thoracic spine, the mid to upper back area, just like I'm doing there. Somebody should have told me my ass was so big. Remember that scene in Spaceballs when they beam them down backwards? Some of you young people might not have ever seen that movie, but if you haven't, you need to go see it. Spaceballs. Check it out. He gets beamed down and his ass is on his front and he grabs it and goes, "Oh my God, why didn't somebody tell me my ass was so big?" You gotta see it, it's amazing. There's David Baffis going. He has pulled over 600 pounds in competition. Here's myself going. I've done a 760 deadlift. But you can see it's working that mid to upper back area that's so crucial for deadlifting. It's so crucial for locking out huge deadlifts. You want to try to make your training harder than the competition itself. So in this case, we're intentionally rounding over, intentionally making the lift hard. We're using the fat bar, we're using double overhand grip. This is an assistance exercise that we do, and we do around 5 or 6 sets of this, working up, doing somewhere in the neighborhood of 6 to 8 reps. And you'll see on this day, we switch things up a little bit. We finish with a slightly lower rep range, doing around 1 to 3 reps. The most I've done on this exercise is only about 300 pounds, so it's a difficult, challenging exercise, but it's also an exercise that's great as an assistance move because it's limiting on, you're very limited on how much weight you can actually use. Some of you out there, the first time you do this, you might only use, 185 pounds or 205 pounds or so, but you'll get better at it quickly, so stick with it. Don't get too discouraged. You can see the setup, mid to upper back rounded. And now I'm doing a single, and when I do a single, I try to hold it longer, so the time under tension is still great. But this is how we roll at Super Training. It's important to get a lot of assistance work in. You can see my man Robot here is actually doing a sumo stiff-legged deadlift, which is a great exercise to build up the hamstrings and the glutes and the low back. So he's doing something slightly different than the rest of us. And there's me struggling with around 305 pounds or so. There's your grip tip. This message will self-destruct, and that's it from supertraining.tv.